So I want to do ahead and do another video, and I also want to thank you all for suggesting your topics on my community tab. I also want to just give a quick disclaimer. I've been noticing that on that community tab there's been this comment saying like, beloved, I've been on your profile. That is not me saying that, okay? I promise you that is not me. I've actually seen a comment like just identical to that. It's been resurfacing like on my page, but not even just on mine. I've seen that surface on other people's pages as well. So clearly this is something that goes on with YouTube or some type of scam. I'm not sure what that is. And I do what I can to delete those comments and everything. So this is like the second time I had to go down there and delete all those comments, okay? So if that happens again, I want y'all to know that that's not me doing that. I would never reach out to somebody and say something like that. I received a download. I would never do that. That's not me. And even the term beloved, I don't even use that term. Okay. So yeah, sorry y'all. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to this next video. I want to thank, I don't want to mention your name because I never like to mention names because, you know, I want to respect people's privacy. But I want to thank you to the woman that suggested this topic. And this topic is going to be about, oh, this light's kind of bright. This topic is basically about dealing with your family members or children especially that have so much hatred towards their parent, okay? So coming from my own experience, I don't necessarily have any children yet, but I do see this surface within my own family, that there is a sibling that does this crazy stuff to my parents. So when this woman had this topic, I instantly knew exactly what she was talking about. And what's happening here is that a lot of us go through so many things. And when we go through things and we go through pain, a lot of times it can kind of like lower our vibration. When we get into that depression, it lowers that vibration. And what happens is when your vibration is so low and you don't seek God to heal you from all of this, you are more susceptible to the enemy coming inside of the vessel of that body and taking host and controlling you. The enemy can control those minds that are weaker, those spirits that are weaker. So whenever you're dealing with stuff like that and the enemy is just running rampant in this person, that person is spiritually weak, and you're not dealing with your child. You're not dealing with that soul that you birthed. You're dealing with the demon that's within that child, that's within that vessel of that body. So it is a spiritual attack that is happening against you, against the parent, from your child. So remember that everything that we go through is spiritual. It's the fight against light versus dark. And if you are of the light, the enemy is going to work to bring that darkness into your life, and they're going to go through anybody. They can go through your spouse, they can go through your children, they can go through your parents, they can go through your siblings. And yes, your very own children are not exempt from this, okay? Because we all have our own free will. We are all our own individual souls living here in this earth. And when this happens, understand that the child that you carried would not do this to you. They wouldn't hurt you this way. But all of this wickedness, all of this evilness, how vicious they are, those are demons, because demons are vicious. These are demons that are taking host in these people's bodies, in your children's bodies, to come against you. The enemy is trying to attack you through your own children. So when you can understand that this is not your child that's doing this, but it's the spirit, that evil, dark entity, that evil, dark, wicked spirit that's within your child doing this, now you can know that you cannot fight this in the flesh. We do not fight in the flesh, we fight in the spirit. The only way to overpower that darkness is with the light. The only way to kill that hatred is with love, Now, You have to, of course, we want to love the person as they are in front of us, but the most powerful form of love is to pray for them. Now, I understand how it may be difficult to be around, you know, these people, these children, because, you know, they're so vicious towards you that it creates so much negative energy, and it hurts you, it pains you, it hurts your soul, it stings you in the soul, because this entity is after your soul. So you got to protect your soul. You have to protect your peace. You may have to create some distance until they can deal with that demon. The way that you got to deal with this, though, is the power of prayer. We don't even realize how powerful prayer can be. When we pray that God can remove these people from our vicinity, we don't necessarily have to have them leave their physical body, but allow them to where they're no longer in close proximity to us. So we allow that space, allow that distance, where I could just love you from a distance. I'm sorry, but I cannot have you around me if you're going to be disturbing my peace. You can't have those demons around. So the power of prayer is what's going to really help you in this situation. You got to pray to God every single day. You got to pray to God before you even step out of your bed, before you even step out your bedroom every single day. Pray that God covers you with the blood of his son, the blood of his son, Jesus, the blood of his son, Yahshua. Pray to God that God puts the full armor of God on you, so that way when these spiritual attacks come after you, you are well equipped and it's able to bounce off of you. If we don't pray with that armor of God, when those spiritual attacks come, boom, it's like it hurts our soul. It's like, imagine going out into a war and battlefield and you have no type of armor on. So when people are stabbing, it's going to really hurt you. But imagine if you're going out into a battlefield to go fight in a war and you have a full suit of armor on. That's what they call it, the armor of God. You have that full suit of armor on, and someone stabs you with their sword, you're protected. It bounces right off. So what you have to do in this moment is you have to make sure that you are protecting yourself first and your energy, your auric field, so that when these attacks come, you are protected and you are well able to withstand what happens. Also, the power of prayer. You have to pray without ceasing for that demon to be delivered from that person. Prayer is such a powerful thing. Now listen, you can pray as much as you can to help this to be delivered from you. God works in mysterious ways, okay? So if these people are dealing with these demons, sometimes like you can pray so much, but it's up to them to really get this out of them. You know what I'm saying? You can help with the prayer, but they have to do the work, okay? But your prayers will help, and they can help. Another thing is to pray to God for protection. Pray to God that God will either deliver you from this person or deliver this person from you, or whatever it is to keep the peace in your life. Pray to God that God will allow you to be able to, you know, whether it's, you know, God removing these people and they're going off somewhere else, living somewhere else, so they're not in your household, or you leaving somewhere else so you guys are not around each other. Whatever the case is, pray to God to deliver you from this circumstance. God is waiting on you to pray to him, okay? And God knows exactly what you're going to pray for before you ask. You just got to pray. Ask and he shall receive. It's going to be okay. And I'm very, very sorry that you have to go through this. Remember, that is not your child, but that's the demon in